A up, me out. It is a King Rowie here, the king of craft beer, the king of beer reviews, and frankly, the king of beer reviewers. A guy who does not need seemingly a lot of casual racism in order to grow his channel, which is weird, that you can do that. Well, it works for some people. It's definitely working for one guy out there. He is getting crazy viewing figures. I have never seen someone do a live video or short, in blackface before and not get booted off the platform. But well done to YouTube there. That's some pretty good going. But all that aside, keep politics out of beer, in it. Don't keep this out, keep that out. Don't do that. But yeah, it's we all knew who I'm talking about. But yeah, it is. What day is it? Fuck knows. It is. It's Monday. I was meant to be having a few days off the sauce because I have had a bit of a heavy drinking weekend. But I also then thought, sod it, I want a double IPA, so I'm going to have a double IPA. And I've had this in the fridge for a few days now. It is Track Brewing Co., obviously from Manchester, and Fiden's Brewing Co. from Albany, New York. This is Maiden. It's a double dry hopped double IPA. Track can do no wrong when it's double IPAs. I've definitely had at least one Fiden's double IPA on the channel, but I feel like I might have had two. Yeah, this is an 8.2% double IPA, hopped with Citra YCH 702 and Cryo, Nelson Sauvin, Nectaron, Peacherine, and Rawaka Sub-Zero Hopkeef. And yeah, we'll have a little read of this is where I've gone wrong here, see, because what's his face? Just Disco's, he's going live tonight, so he makes up a good percentage of the 7 people who watch these on a regular basis. I've not heard hide nor hair from Simo Sups from his legendary imbibing on Friday night, where in the end he just went to sleep for like 20-30 minutes off his own live stream. And yeah, the rest of the conversation just continued. So that was very good. Legend. Simo, if you have recovered from the weekend, and jump on, because we're currently, even my missus isn't watching this one. I might have to get my phone out and open that up in there. But we won't do that. That will be tragic. So we have our good friends Fiden's from Albany, New York, USA. For those who didn't know. Are the latest co-host for our next Welcome to the Neighborhood Festival in August. What better way to celebrate than to rebrew one of our favorite beers from last year? So I don't know if I have already reviewed this. Well, obviously I haven't reviewed this one, have I? But I might have reviewed it last year on the channel. I don't know. It's impossible to tell. I mean, I could try and search, but even I don't rewatch this shite that I put out. So yeah, we're going to have 2 beers tonight. I mean, I am. You might already have had 2 beers. You might not drink beer. You might be having a lovely glass of wine. I don't know. You might be having a delicious Absolute espresso martini. These were I might have said this numerous times. These are like 60p at the co-op for me. And if I bought 2, it reduced it down for 2 for like 96p or something. So I bought quite a lot of them. And they've become my sort of chug of choice, as it were, when I'm live streaming or just need like a sweet little pick-me-up when I wake up in the morning feeling like a shite. But there's enough of that. I don't know how long I can keep this going until I open the beer with 0 viewers whatsoever. But that's what happens, I suppose, when you never advertise that you're going live and you just kind of do it on a whim. So yeah, we have got Track, Fiden's Brewing Co. Maiden. Let's get it open. We've got the Track glass there, the best beer glass in the game, with the exception of that sweet Track glass that you definitely saw when I was at Tay's house the other night. So let's get it open. We'll get it sniffed, we'll get it slurped, and then we can knock this bollocks on the head and we can just go back to our normal lives. The 1 viewer I had has now gone. So obviously have better things to do than watch some douchebag from Nottingham pretend he knows what he's talking about while he's drinking a beer. And I can't blame you on that. Or maybe they really hate Track and Fiden's. I don't know, but it looks bloody glorious. It looks that sort of breakfast juice sort of thing that I look for in any sort of beer. That looks pure haze for days, as I believe the cool kids say. All the cool kids are saying it. Shia LaBeouf, Billie Eilish, all the cool kids. They're all saying it, and that smells glorious. There's mango, fresh orange. There's peach, there's papaya, there's pineapple, there's that lovely sort of white wine grapiness that you get from the Nelson. There's peacherine, whatever the fuck that is. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure that's delicious. I assume that's something peachy. So we'll just say it has a peachy aroma because it has the word peachy in it. Does that have the word citra in it? Yes, citra. It's got all the citra, grapefruit, lime, lemon, all of them. They're all there. So there's enough of that. Let's get it bloody slurped, shall we? I should start wearing my hoodie again. That was a sweet hoodie. It's at my missus's house. I might be here. No, it is. It's here. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go and get it. Ignore all that bit. Ignore that bit. Well, that is a belter. Straight away. I normally like to have 2 sips before I give my thoughts on that. A lovely little trick that I learned from the old growler, Pete LaFrance. I don't know if he's ever watched this or heard of me, but I have been a big fan of him for a while. He does some great views. And the dude's like 90. Do you know what I mean? Dude's a legend. He's drinking like, I assume he's from New York. It looks like he's from New York. Dude's just like putting away 3 double IPAs at like 2 p.m. He's my fucking spirit animal. That dude rules. Him and Simo Sups are my heroes. And Scott reviews things. I like him as well. And right, I like most people. I like most of the beer reviewers, to be fair. And the non-beer reviewers. I'm sure I'd like Mr. Beast if I met him, but the chances are I'm probably not. I'm catching up with him now. Well, it was never going to be a surprise that Track and Fidens were going to, well, for lack of a better way of putting it, bosh out a banging double IPA. But that is absolutely magnificent. And yeah, if you see this anywhere, you need this in your life if you like double IPAs. And if you don't like double IPAs, then, you know, more power to you. You do you, kid. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of means there's more double IPAs for the big lad and for the people who enjoy quality beers but lackluster beer content. I should probably put the name of the beer in the thing, then we could put that. Oh, it's in the title, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not that good at the internet, but I've had such a long day, just by myself at work all day. Had a stock take to do, had a load of data entry to do. Needless to say, I just left everything to the last minute. So instead of my 5 o'clock deadline, that just didn't happen. I still haven't finished it. But become ungovernable. Do you know what I mean? Become the fucking one cog that the place needs. So like, you just like, did you do the stock take? Well, I kind of did it. It's like, well, it was meant to be finalized by midday. Yeah, cool. Well, it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? And chances are it's not going to be finalized by midday tomorrow. So yeah, I really hope my boss does not watch this because I've sent him like, I'm really sorry, mate. I really didn't have time. Yada yada. I've sent a really groveling message apology. I am not the badass that people think I am. I am a pretty badass. Alex Parker, how are you? I hope you're very, very well, mate. I'm sorry I didn't see you when I was in. Well, I'm always in Nottingham. I'm sorry I didn't see you while you were in Nottingham this weekend. It would have been nice to have had a slurp with you. It would have been the first time in a month of Sundays, I believe. But yeah, we could have reminisced about Ride Bar, a lamented loss to the Nottingham bar scene, which I do talk about a lot on this channel. And I might one day even do like a montage of photos of how awesome Ride was. A lot of mooning. There's a lot of mooning in those photos, though. So, but then again, at the same time, that which was never monetized cannot be demonetized. So I don't need to worry about that. And I mean, if they did, if there was any strikes about it, it's like, you literally let a dude come on in blackface at least once a week. Yeah. But yeah. It's the beer monster in it. That's who I'm on about. Yeah. For those who didn't know that, that's the guy I'm on about. I'd kill for those viewing figures. Man alive. You know, all it would cost was like my integrity, um, my sort of like my self-respect, and probably every friend I've ever had in my entire life. But if I was to do that, I might get, a few thousand views on a video. That would be magic. That would be so worth it. I don't think that, but I'm not going to do that. Two beer monster fans have obviously just realized the two just lost two viewers. They obviously thought, oh, we could be watching that on another channel. We'll let's go over there and check that guy out. He might be doing something cool. He could, you know, he might be telling us someone to not like. But yeah. Yeah, whatever. This is a pretentious beer channel, though. Like it is. This is probably the wankiest beer channel there is. Like I am in love with myself, I, and I'm not that good either. But I at least know that I'm bad, and the content I put out is rubbish. So in a way, that makes me better and the best. Although I do definitely do the best beers. I do definitely get the best beers in because why the heck not? Some sweet Bronsons, baby. You've got to be drinking those sweet double IPAs of a Monday. But yeah, if anyone who is watching this has any way of getting in touch with Simo Sups, it would be a big help to make sure that, like, because while I'm not against the idea of being on a live stream where a man has died potentially and just been there. I hate the idea that he's going to get all the views for it and not benefit in any way, shape, or form, and that breaks my heart. So, if anyone could confirm he's alive, more so out of that than anything, just because, yeah, and he's meant to be on here at some point. Do you know what I mean? So I'll need to find another. Oh, there he is. There we go. Yeah, Simo is still well. Either Simo is still alive, or someone has murdered him and has got access to his YouTube account on our. Let's not rule that out. That could have happened. I hope it isn't. I hope it is you, but there is an off chance that he is dead in a ditch somewhere, and someone is just manning his. Yeah. I mean, I think you went for a dump, and then you came back, sat down, you spouted some nonsense, which I'm sure in your head was like a really sort of like a rally to arms. You know what I mean? Like we'll fight them on the beaches type thing. But it was like the mumblings of a madman. And then you just sort of fell asleep. And we just all kept on talking. And then I believe Mr. B got in touch with you to make sure you were okay. But it was pretty badass. It was the most drunk I've ever seen someone on YouTube. Which is like awesome. I should definitely try and beat that. I haven't got anything on next Saturday. Not Saturday coming, but the following Saturday. That could be the day where I just get smashed. Just get up in the morning, start at 11. Like this, see how long this can keep going. We've got the piss glass, we've got the poo mug, and then we'll need a vom bucket or similarly classy vessel, and then just do that. So I'm probably not going to do that. That'd be pretty tragic. Yeah, I could. The problem is like even though I've got a setup to do stuff on the barbecue outside, when I do stuff like this, I do it from my house. But when I do my barbecue and stuff, I do it from my missus' house. And if I was outside of mine, because she lives in a much nicer area than me, if I was outside with my kit barbecuing, someone would probably call me tramp balls or something like that and throw a can of beer at me or something. So yeah, I won't be recording any food content from they throw a bag of dog turds, which, to be fair, would make an amusing short. So might be worth it in the long run. Yeah, start making some of that sweet, sweet internet money that everyone else, apart from old Rowie, seems to be making. So yeah. Oh gosh, what a day! I've got another full day tomorrow as well. Just me on tomorrow as well, all day. So maybe I'll. But I am off Wednesday, so I might fucking going out for some food with my mate on Wednesday. I thought I was working Wednesday night, right? So I arranged to go out for some food and some drinks with my mate after I finish work. So I'm like, well, I'll meet you at like 9 p.m. You know, and he's like, yeah, sweet, I've got rugby, so I'll meet you at 9. So he's booked us in for wings, obviously, because wings are the meal of choice when Big Mac and the Whopper go out. We're all about those wings and the brewskis. But yeah, so he's booked us in for 9 o'clock. I've since found out that I'm off on Wednesday, so I'm like, sweet, we can have an earlier table. He's like, I still want to go to rugby. I want wings after. So now I've got all day Wednesday of doing jack shit, and then I've got to fucking go into town at 8:30 p.m. to have some wings. Fuming. If it wasn't the fact that I was going to be having wings, I would be pretty pissed off. But wings cure everything. Chicken wings cure everything. Yeah. So I've got that to look forward to at least. Not like the company of my friend that I enjoy hanging out with and stuff. Because he'll annoy me because he'll turn. If he's late, then that's like what 9:07, maybe 9:15 before I'm eating. And your boy's not about that life. It's my birthday tomorrow. Birthday. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get the family stuff, get them out of the way, like really shoo them out of the door early, and then fucking get on it publicly for everyone to see. You bloody good lad. Well, if you are on Tuesday night, I have got plenty of cans of Absolute Espresso Martini that I will, if there's space, I'll jump on and keep you company while you drink yourself to oblivion, which you want to do as it is your birthday. And we're all allowed to do that from time to time, aren't we? I know I do most nights. Yeah. But yeah, for those who have just joined, which is all 7 of you, we are on track Fidens. Still haven't got the hang of that. Maiden, double dry hopped, double IPA. It's an absolute Bobby Dazzler, as all the kids are saying. Oh, and it's definitely one that you want in your DIPA fridge. And I was trying to think of something cool. I can't think of a single cool storage thing that starts with a D. I can think of one with every other letter apart from D. Yeah, DIPA. Yeah, I can think of all of them apart from D. Just ludicrous, but yeah. It would have been no surprise with a track arguably being the best brewery in the UK at the minute, and it kills me to say, well, obviously Marky Mark are the best brewery in the UK. I feel like whatever beer I'm drinking at the time, I always say, well, these are the best brewery in the UK right now. I won't be able to say that about the next brewery. It is another double IPA, mainly because I can't pronounce it for shit. I'm going to show. I'm sure if someone could spell it phonetically in the comments for me, that would be great. Morslutel. I used to have more words in the title. I know that garage or something like that. Engineer or something. Blueprints, basketball, double IPA, and hops, Citra, Sabro, Mosaic, Nelson Sauvin. So that is sounding banging already. I'm not going to read too much of the can because that is like a good 40 seconds worth of content there that I would likely just fill trying to come up with a thing to rhyme with dipper, which is a frankly dogshit idea. Yeah. So Simo's birthday. I think we should all wish Simo Sups happy birthday in the comments. Not that like it helps my algorithm or anything like that, but like yeah, if everyone wishes him a happy birthday in the comments, I'll start off because I'm a fucking legend. But happy birthday, Biff. More's later. I'm not pronouncing it. Definitely, it's not that. That's not how it's pronounced, lad. Happy birthday, Simo. You top shagger. I did not know that. I had no idea it was that. Okay, well, you might be right. You might be right. You're probably right. You're almost certain right. I did not know that. But yeah, that is good to know. Well, I'll be. You learn something new every single day, don't you? And today I learned that maths is really hard when pricing loads of shit out when you're hungover and don't want to be doing it. Like I already knew that, I suspected that, but bought these the other day as well. Just looking at stuff in front of me. Don't worry, my little shaker jar of dukkha, that's still there. Never going to eat that. But what I will be eating is an orange twirl from Cadbury's. Twirls, of course, being badass. They're not as good as flakes, but they are a little bit less messy. And at least with a twirl, I think when you open a flake and it's completely destroyed and there's no sort of chocolate bariness to it, it's one of the most depressing things in life. Probably more so than, like, I don't know, the death of a loved one or something like that. And but at least when you have a Cadbury's twirl, especially the orange one, it is wrapped in chocolate already, so that makes it a much handier, probably healthier snack. And thank you very much. I'll bring wood over is not code for anybody if they are thinking that. He will be bringing over some cherry wood with which I can barbecue with. But of course, if he was talking about a different type of wood, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But he's a married man, and I am a kind of a man, but in a relationship. So none of that is happening between us. Although we will nerdgasm out over fire pits, wood, and dry rubs. Also, dry rubs not meaning what you think it means in this context. Unless you thought we were on about, like, the rub that you put on your meat. It's just always a terrible double entendre, just sort of lurking behind every corner, isn't there? Probably it's 11 years today, isn't it, that Rick Mail died? So it's 11 years to go today. That is probably why, we've all got the double entendre disease. Rest in power, Mr. Mail, you hilarious bastard. Yeah. So I'm going to drink another double IPA now. I think it's what Rick would have wanted. Okay, so this is Moore's Laytle. Ridiculous. So we've got Moore's Laytle Beer Engineers. I don't know, Netherlands maybe. Fucking hell, not. Made in Alkmaar. Don't know what that is. Tiger Bomb. Oh, Smithy's ear. I can tell that's you just from that's your trademark saying. And I remember your wrestling name was Tiger X, I believe. So we've got Tiger X himself. Yeah. So brewer notes: hops, Citra, Sabro, my favorite hops, the king of hops, Sabro, and not just because Roe, Sabro, Roby, and Nelson Sauvin. East Coast style IPA, classic yeast, smooth, tropical, pillowy with an edge. Now I don't know what the with an edge means. Because it's a beer, isn't it? It doesn't have an edge; it's a liquid. But I assume they mean it has like an edginess to it, not an edge in the literal sense. But I don't know. I might open it, and it might be a beer with right angles. But again, I highly doubt that. So we've got a new glass for this. We have got the classic Chubbles glass. For those who are after a nice glass, actually, it'll have some rubbish branding on it, but Morrison's at the minute for Father's Day have got Tiny Rebel Teku glasses in, and Teku glasses are one of the best beer glasses there are. To be fair, if you want a Teku glass, just steal it from your local brewdog. It's fine. They're okay with it. I mean, yeah, just steal them from brewdog. But yeah, Teku glasses are the one that sort of like go out, up, and then sort of go out like a tulip sort of type shape. But yeah, if it's branded with Tiny Rebel, which you can't taste the branding, can you? But if you want a nice, that's bullshit. That's absolutely irrelevant to anything. So yeah, we've got the Chubbles glass, and we are going to have a sweet Netherlands beer from North Holland that are known for cheese. Apparently, Simo Sups here being a fountain of beer knowledge, whereas I'm the guy who worked at a brewery for 4 years and job was selling beer and doesn't know any of this shit whatsoever. So yeah, that's good though. So thanks for dropping by, Simo, or whoever it is who's got control of Simo's account, because as we've already discussed, he could potentially still be dead. Well, I tell you what, I can see this has got a nice color just from the from the hole in the can hole. Oh, there we go. We know we've got another good one here. I normally have these guys are normally the what's the these guys are normally big for their imperial stouts, and I tell you what, they're always phenomenal value as well. Especially if you buy direct, you can get like 12 beers from these guys for like 60 quid. Do you know what I mean? Like, and if you choose wise, like none of them can be below like 11-12%. I think I've got like some 17%ers of these downstairs in the stash somewhere that are probably well past their best, but it's 17%. Do you know what I mean? You can just get rip shit on them wherever. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. But yeah, I had for my birthday last year, my mate Tom came around and he'd bought me a triple IPA from these guys, which I think was the first time I'd had something hoppy from these folks, and it was absolutely delicious. But look at that; that has got a lovely lacing, a good head, 2 fingers of a head. That's what the real ones say, isn't it? But yeah, it looks great. Let's have a little sniff. I'm not getting as much Sabro as I'd like. Not criticizing it. I'm just saying when something says it's got Sabro in there, your boy wants to be slapped around the head with Sabro. But Nelson's Sauvin, so I can like say that I can taste white wine in it, which is always a good thing. Citra, fuck knows what Mosaic tastes like. I've forgotten, but yeah, it looks great. It smells delicious, but not as coconutty and limey as I would like. But there's enough of that nonsense. Let's get it bloody slurped, shall we? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Very, very easy drinking. I would not have guessed this was 8%. Yeah, there's no way on earth I would have guessed that was an 8% beer. That is super smooth. There's no alcohol burn whatsoever on that. It's a dud in the way that like I'm not really getting anything. I'm not getting much of anything. I'm not getting any Citra. I'm not getting any Nelson. I'm not getting any Sabro. I'm not getting any Mosaic, but I don't know what Mosaic tastes like, so it doesn't make any difference there. It could just taste a Mosaic. That could just be what Mosaic tastes like. But that doesn't really matter. Sometimes if you just if you were just gasping for a beer, this would have been absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is absolutely fine. I think I paid like 8 quid for this as well, so that's not that expensive in the grand scheme. Now that we're seeing shelf turds in the supermarket at like 5 quid plus, and some of them are like 330ml cans. Well, I saw one that was 5 quid. It was a 330ml can, and obviously Omnipoyo Noah, well, stroke Aeon, whatever they fucking called it, when that was in the supermarket, that was 8 quid for a 330ml bottle. So if you're seeing shelf turds at 8 quid, something like this for 8 quid, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Would have loved for that to have been a bit more Sabro forward. It's not that it's too cold either, because I keep my my fridge at a good temperature. But yeah, that is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely easy drinking, delicious. Would be a great first beer of the day, especially if you were fucking hanging. Simo, you need to get some of these in for Wednesday morning. If you're absolutely hanging, something like this would be a great hair of the dog beer. And I always promote responsible drinking on the channel. It's responsible drinking is my byword. Yeah, it means a lot to me. So yeah, don't go cracking these open at 10 a.m. I should have another beer. Actually. No, I'm not. We're going to go for like about 4. We're going to go for like another 10-15 minutes on this one, I reckon, because I keep on getting too drunk and making too much of a twat out of myself on the social medias. and in daily life and all that. So, oh well. Oh yeah, and also like I've got a really long day at work tomorrow with a load of data entry, you know, and cooking and shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't just like go in and I don't have a proper job. Do you know what I mean? I've got like a kid's job that I just do. Do you know what I mean? Like cook. Do you know what I mean? I make people's dinners for them for a living. Do you know what I mean? I don't do anything. I'm not changing the world. Yeah. Oh, down to a nice respectable 3. Well, back up to 5 now. We'll count that as 6. It's only not at 6 viewers because Just Disco is doing his own live feed at the minute, so he's here in spirit, I reckon. So yeah, in a way, I feel like he is here. I mean, the algorithm and YouTube probably don't feel that way, but I don't feel like he's let me down. So no need to worry about that. I'm thinking for the next live stream that I do, should I start opening it up to you guys as to what beers I should have? Because I have got a shit ton of beer here that needs drinking, and a lot of them are quite high ABV. So what should be in the next? Because I've been meaning to drink this one for a while. Sammy Clow's Classic. This is a extra strong beer, 14%. I believe it is a Christmas beer, to be fair, as you can tell, because Sammy Clow's. It's got brewed once a year. I'm not going to read all that shit. Nobody is interested. Do we have that nerd beer that I had the other night on Simo's stream was fucking awful. It's the worst beer I've ever had from Nerd. I mean, I should have known it'd be bad because it was Lapsang Souchong. But we've got Downtime, Barrel Aged Campfire, Toasted Marshmallow Imperial Stout. Alex Parker, any fun US beers recommendations? Yes, if the next time you're in Nottingham for things like that, always hit up Neon Raptor because they tend to get a lot of good American stuff in. I think at the minute they've got quite a lot of beers from who are they called? Is it VAR Brewing or something like that? They're the ones who've got like the just go to Neon Raptor. They've always got some. They always have. Well, they don't always have in, but whenever they get, my favorite brewery in the world is Hot Butcher for the World. They tend to get Hot Butcher in quite a lot, so they're also worth a try. And obviously, if you're in Nottingham, hit up Brew Cavern, hit up Brew Tavern. If you see, there's a brewery that Brew Cavern always used to get in, but they just don't get in anymore. From a brewery called Little Willow, and Little Willow are just fucking outstanding. I really miss having just access to, like, Matt was getting in like 4 or 5 new beers from Little Willow like a fortnight, and they were just incredible. Some of the best hoppy, sort of juicy goodness I've had in a month of Sundays, and he isn't getting them in anymore, and it hurts. It hurts you, boy. It hurts you, boy. I honestly don't know how some of those lads out there do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, can just sit there and do like an 8-hour stream. Like, maybe if I had someone on with me, that would probably work. But yeah, I only do start doing more. I've already said I've started paying for that fucking StreamYard now, so I may as well start using it. So yeah, Alex Parker, if you ever want to be on, it's fine. Simo's already said he's going to be. I might see if I can use some of my brewery contacts I made back in my Neon days to see if I can get some brewers on air to answer some questions, not about like brewing, like about their dicks and stuff. I was like, or maybe something more appropriate, like their favorite films. I was like, probably more that. It would probably be, because if it's not that I'm like afraid about asking my brewery friends about their dicks. I just think that way, if I was doing that and became known as the brewery dick guy, then I couldn't get any female brewers on it, and so on here. So yeah, so that's it. That's one of the many reasons why I will look at my series of questions, and they will be relatively non-dick related. God, yeah, I mean we can do that, right? But I've never homebrewed in my life, and I never will. Like I absolutely never will. But yeah, that we can still do that. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. That would I'd be absolutely game for that if you are. So yeah, it's been a nice little stream, this hasn't it? I might try and do a longer one, maybe Saturday night. Because that's when everyone's out and has better things to do. But there are a lot of like really unfuckable people, especially in the beer world and the beer tube world. So I probably will be able to get at least 5 or 6 people watching. So yeah, I might try and do a nice long video on Saturday. We'll see. Ooh. I haven't had any dinner yet either. I had 2 very big bowls of Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes earlier on, um, and they were delicious. I mean, they both tasted the same. They weren't like, and I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised they were delicious. Do you know what I mean? They are literally the greatest cereal of all time. And I mean that actually. Yeah, like I mean that like without hyperbole or anything. I honestly think Crunch on it might, if I was on death row, I'd even consider if they were like, "What do you want for your last meal?" I was like, "Well, can I have a really big bowl of Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes and a cup of tea?" And they'd be like, "Do you not want a steak?" I'd be like, "No, if I want a steak, I'd have asked that, wouldn't I? It'll turn the milk bloody for a start." Do you know what I mean? Like, I love Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes. They are a banging. They are the best cereal. Um, Second place, probably Frosties, which, but to be fair, they're just really kids Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes, aren't they? They're just Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes without the nuts and with white sugar instead of brown sugar. Yeah, I've not been able to eat cornflakes since. And to be fair, it's only ever since that new Domino advert has come out, and that's become my new least favorite advert of all time. Before that, and in the off chance that Tiger Bomb is still watching, he'll know because I used to talk about this at school because we went to school together. I hated this guy's. Well, Kellogg's had this advert years ago where this little fucking douche gets up in the morning and he's like, "They're gonna taste great. They're gonna taste great. I can feel that something cornflakes on my plate." Oh, I fucking hate. And then he starts rhyming all these words with plate. Everything after that is just everything rhymed with plate. And at one point he says, "And a pie rate," and a pirate's on it. Pie rate isn't a word, is it? Unless you're talking about like the rate you can eat pies, or like if pies have gone up in price. Do you know what I mean? Those are pie rates. But when it's like, or a pie rate, no, that's not it, is it? Because that's ridiculous. And I always hated. I've hated that advert for years. I can't stand it. I really hate that lad. I hate him so much. And then, and I thought like I'd go to my grave with this dude being like the fucking worst human being who ever lived. And then all of a sudden, those Domino whoos advert started, and that kid got a stay of execution. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can sleep easy now because there's another bad advert that I fucking hate. But yeah, that they're gonna taste great, lad. I Matt, I'm really sorry if you have spent the last sort of like 20 fucking 5 years forgetting that advert. I'm sorry if I've just brought it back up. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah. Oh man, that dude's like lived rent free in my head. I think about him about 17 times a day. Like, oh, it's the worst, second worst advert I've ever seen. Oh, I hated it. I haven't even like Googled it or something because like I haven't like Googled. I haven't even like YouTubed it to just see if it's as bad as I remember because I just don't want it in my life. I don't want it in my life anymore. I just want to forget it. Like I've contemplated like going to like therapy. Like I'm not joking. Like I hate this advert that much. I've contemplated like getting some sort of like hypnotic therapy done so they can just be like just forget about it. Like just get rid of it. And I hate it. I hate it. So you should definitely all YouTube the "It's gonna taste great" advert. It might have been a Frosties advert, actually. That might have been a Frosties. I can hear the sound of Frosties hitting my plate. They're gonna taste great. Oh man, what a douche. Although Domino's new adverts, right? I like them because they're creepy. There's that one where like there's the couple in the bath, and then the Domino's dude just like comes up from behind him. Like as in Domino's, it arrives quicker than you think. And it's just like I don't want to live in this world with these like fucking, omnipotent Domino's drivers who can just suddenly like how's like just pass through the water supply, I suppose, and just become like form in the bath behind this. It's like something out of the fucking Grudge. He just sort of like raises up, and he's got a pizza box, but the pizza's dry, so don't worry about it. I know what you're thinking. It's like, oh, the pizza will be roast, it'll be all wet, but no, the pizza's bone dry. But that's not what I'm going with. As in, like, it just appears, and then they're eating pizza in the bath, which is just about the coolest thing I can imagine. Because I have, while drunk after beer festivals and staying in hotels, if the hotel's got a bath and I'm going past a takeaway place, I'm having a kebab or a pizza in the bath. So I'm not judging that. But there's like another one where like the dude, I think he's in a room, he's obviously just about to fucking jerk off or something. And then like the drawer opens and like he's literally just got like a towel and he's clearly about to like stick something up his ass and jack off. But then the fucking like the drawer just starts opening and there's just this creepy Domino's guy in it, and he's like hands him the pizza, and then the dude's just got like it ends with the dude like and he's got the pizza box like on his boner and he's just eating it. Those those adverts are badass. But those Domino, I hate them. I hate them so much. Yeah, it turns out adverts play quite a much bigger part of my life than I thought. Yeah, they were. That was a lot. That was a rant and a half. Yeah, kind of feel like if you're gonna do a rant these days, you have to sit in a fucking van. If you're not doing it from like a fucking transit, no one gives a shit. Although to be fair, when those guys rant, that it's normally about way more important things than about adverts they don't like from products they don't buy. Well, this has been a very short yet pretty freaking sweet video. I don't mind saying. I'll tell you what, 42 minutes, that's basically an hour, isn't it? So I may as well. I have just had a text though, so it might be from my missus. So I'm just going to reach over and grab the old dog and bone. There we go. There you go. That's right. Yeah. One more beer. One more beer. What? It's not going to hurt anyone, is it? If I have one more beer. What should we have though? I've only got stouts, impy stouts. Let's have a look. Let's have a look in the fridge. Ugh. That'll be fucked. I am enjoying making my way through this fridge. To be fair, that is one good thing about being up here is I am making some headway in this fridge. That's 4%. I don't want that. No one's tuning in to see a 4% beer, are they? No one's tuning in. That is the problem. What's this? Oh, we've got a shelf turd. We've got a turdly durdly. Northern Monk Get Baked, the world famous chocolate cake stout. Almost certainly not world famous, but I do like. I'd say I'd go as far as to say I do love the people at Northern Monk. They are great folks. What's that? Oh, one of my last cans of the big boys of the first release of Double Deep Fried Mars Bar. We've still got that. That gets a video of its own. We're not wasting one of them. Put it on there. I feel like I was given that ages ago. Oh yeah, that's the one that Neon have just done. I think I don't know that's for, but I'm hoping that wasn't one that has. I hope that is one that's been released. Caterpillar cake, don't want that. Bolt gun. I might have to restock this fridge. I am running low on things here. We have got a small can of double deep fried Mars bar, the re-release, which wasn't as good, and we all know the reason why it wasn't as good. It was because it was in a 330ml can, and 330ml cans are for shithouses, and that's just a straight up gosh darn fact. Yeah. Actually, no, we'll put that back in there. We'll do that we'll do a side by side of the original, which was better because your boy went up there to Vault City, and we'll have the Northern Monk Bertha, world famous chocolate cake stout, available from Morrison's right now as part of their buy 4 and get the cheapest one free deal. They're gonna taste great. Oh, I hate him. He's probably, I bet he's a wanker in real life as well. Like, I bet he's a proper dick. I bet he's like, oh, you know, I was in the Frosties advert actually, yeah. I was like, ugh. And he's probably older than me as well, which is the worst part. Like, he's probably like, he must be like 44. Like he's definitely older than me. I haven't got any clean glassware for this though. I do need to put the oven on though. Shoo. I could go downstairs, get myself a clean glass, put the oven on so I can have something to eat. That's what we say in Nottingham, you know, not something to eat. It's I can put the oven on so I can have something to eat. So I need something to eat. So I'll go downstairs, I'll put the oven on, and then I'll come back up and we'll have a Northern Monk Get Baked Bertha, the world famous chocolate cake stout, 8.4%. Think that your boy could be doing some sweet adverts. That would be money for old rope, innit? That's what I could be doing. That's the life for old Rowie. But yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to, yeah, I'll be back. I do like how in my last live stream that YouTube chose as the thumbnail for it a point where I've gone for a piss. So it's just a chair in front of like, well, in front of the cameras. That's all it is. It's just a chair. And that was deemed by YouTube the best part, the highlight of that video. I think it was like a 2 hour and 20 video as well. The highlight of that video, as far as YouTube was concerned, was the moment that I wasn't on screen. And if that isn't an eye opener as to why I need to give this shit up, then I don't know what is, frankly. But yeah, so I'm going to go get myself another glass because I'm not drinking out of a dirty glass, and I'll be back in a second. Talk amongst yourselves as always. I've not seen that new Predator yet. It's no spoilers, but talk about that or something like this. And yeah, I'll be back in a second. So and when I come back, a non-imperial stout. Back in a second, bozos. They're gonna taste great. They're gonna taste great. I can hear the sound of Frosties hitting my plate. Ugh. Need to get over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, just an advert, innit? It's just an advert from 25 years ago. You know. So yeah, one more beer, then your boy's gonna go get himself something to eat, and I was gonna play some Elden Ring tonight, but I think 3 beers, all over 8%, it might have numbed my blocking, parrying, and rolling. So maybe not. Death Fest if you try it now. I don't know what that means. Ridiculous. Yeah, we've got the sinister brew glass because I'm sure Logan will love the idea of having yourself a turtly durdly. Oh yeah, definitely. The thing is, Alex, when it comes to From Software games, your boy's a grinder. Rowie loves the grind. Again, speaking to you, and we've got a double entendre going there. Yeah, so I'm quite early in the game, but I'm also level 170 because I am not, I'm not there to make friends. I'm not in the lands betwixt to become bosom buddies with anybody. I'm there to use rock sling and kill everyone from afar. So yeah, I have watched hours and hours and hours and hours of tutorials, how to's, stuff like that before I even picked up the game. So yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm pretty overpowered. There's like quite a. I didn't save the footage actually, but there's this one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But basically, yeah, I very rarely do enemies get close enough to me. So yeah. Mm. I've had this like beer a few times because well, because I bought it once and I had it and I liked it. Do you know what I mean? That's why. That's why I've had it a few times. That's how liking things works, isn't it? And it has got that sort of chairs playing up. Sorry. Oh, there we go. I think I've got like a fucking natty old second-hand gaming chair that like someone when I used to work at Neon, someone in the market was like, well, I've got a free gaming chair if anyone wants it. And I was in the market for a gaming chair, so I was like, well, I'll just give this one a try and see how much I like it. But it's so fucking comfortable. Like it's falling apart, but I love it. Yeah, but I can't put it. It just tastes like so artificial and so fake. And like so, the OG classic, gooey, decadent, sweetie, luxurious, thick, sticky, rich, with love, Bertha. Now I don't know who Bertha is. I don't know. I've never heard of this world famous cake. Presumably, it's like a cake stall in fucking Leeds that everyone from fucking Northern Monk goes to on their lunch break. Do you know what I mean? I've never heard of this world famous, um, but it is very nice. It tastes like it. Yeah, it tastes like rubbish chocolate cake. Like if I had this as a cake, I'd be like, that's the worst goddamn chocolate cake I've ever had in my entire fucking life. But as like an 8% stout that's like £4 comes and goes, it's pretty decent. I wouldn't. Did they use the word decadent? Yeah, I wouldn't have used the word decadent to describe it, but uh, but it's certainly tasty enough. Um, yeah, there are worse things you can spend £4 on. Nothing springs to mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, but but there definitely is. Um, I tell you what you probably would. I saw this in the Tesco near me, well near my work last night. What's its mac and cheese? So Golden Wonder What's Its mac and cheese. Now, that sounds like the most delicious thing ever. Like What's Its are they're so good. They are just incredible. If someone told me they didn't like, if someone told me they didn't like What's Its, I'd be like, I don't need that negativity in my life. That is like, What's Its are just the fucking best. What's its fucking rule? Uh, how do I do that? Uh, sorry, I just got distracted by something on the screen there. Yeah, it's not like a thumbnail of pornography I'm watching. It's not. It's obviously not that. Yeah, so it's died, hasn't it? It's just died all of a sudden. Like it wasn't going great anyway, but like now it's just sort of like it's plateaued, hasn't it? This whole thing. I was about to chug it, but I'm not. I'm not going to chug it. But mainly because I've got things to do tomorrow. That's the reason. Look at that fucking state of that. Look at that. Look at the fucking bald spot. Shit the bed. They're gonna taste great. They're gonna taste great. I can hear the sound of Frosties hitting my plate. Ugh. There was an advert that I liked at school. Fucking hell. We're reminiscing about adverts. Fucking 1998. I remember there's a Toblerone advert, and it's we're trying to yeah. That was only interesting to me. That no one gave a shit about that. That was absolute bollocks. I'm assuming the four viewers now is just Tay on the TV in the living room, almost certainly on mute while she's reading. The TV upstairs is probably on, and I've probably yeah. This is ridiculous. Although to be fair, it normally takes way less than an hour for me to do the sort of self-deprecation card. Sinister Brew. They're Scottish. That's the tagline. As in Sinister Brew. We're Scottish. We do Scottish beers, and they're all dark. And we're very rude to people on social media. I mean that in a good way because like Logan kicks ass. It's fucking badass. I'm a Scottish man, so I wear a skirt sometimes. That's what he says, and he says it like that as well, like in a really unconvincing Scottish accent. I think it's the thought of me dinner. It's just sort of like now it's like you can stop doing this now. Who's that? Oh, bit of gossip, not like about bit, just like oh, and it doesn't matter. I'm not like trying to bait you. It's like a Machiavellian sort of thing. Isn't ooh, what's the gossip? It's not like anything major. It's just some gossip in the friend group. Do you know what I mean? Like that's don't worry about it. Like everyone involved is in the chat, so I may as well air everybody's dirty laundry right now. I'm obviously not going to do that. Yeah. Well, it's been a nice little video, this hasn't it? I've enjoyed it. I assume at least two or three of you did. You know, probably more tolerated than enjoyed. I will try and sort of like sort out a video proper next time. Like, so it's not like an impromptu live one, so I can well do it properly, like I've just said, like 4 times in a row. Yeah, and we will work on things to really sort of keep the channel as mediocre as it is. Yeah, not a fan of change. I assume the people who tune into this shite, it's car crash viewing, isn't it? I assume that's why you're here. Or maybe, you know, the beer monsters stream is finished, or he might have gone for a big turd, or he might just be blacking himself up before he does his next you know racist video. But yeah. Yeah, thank you for everyone who's joined this evening. It has been super appreciated. I am about to hit the old dusty trail because I'm sure the oven will have warmed up enough now. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't really probably talk about this that much. Yeah, not that it's all right. Yeah, it's if I say not that great, even though I've been singing its praises for £4 or whatever it is from Morrison's. It is very nice. It's definitely not decadent, like they say. It is sweet. It's not luxurious. It is thick. It is sticky. It is rich. It is gooey. Unless I have said it isn't on any of those things, then take that. Take the first thing I said as law on that. But yeah, I do like Northern Monk, so I may as well get that chugged. I'll finish the rest of this. I'll have a sip first, then I'll get it chugged. Because I'm not as good as Badlands chugs. Dude fucking rules. I don't know if you've seen his videos. That guy's badass. He chugs a lot of soda, or as we call it, pop. But there's all these Americans these days watching it. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to Americanize everything. Like crisps, they call crisps chips. That's just about the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. Oh god, that would have been so funny in the 80s. Okay, a little swig now. Not much of a chug there, more of a wee sluggins, as I believe the correct phrase is. But yeah, I've had a great hour. I hope you guys have had an all right hour or 7 minutes. As long as it's over 30 seconds, I think it counts as a view. So yeah, thank you very much for Righteous Gemstones. Don't know what that is. Oh, I assume that's what you're off to watch. Some Righteous Gemstones. Cool, man. See you in a bit, Matt. Love you. Big love. I'm just like doxing everyone here. I was like using everyone's name. Like, yeah. They'll be right. They'll be right. So yeah, we're gonna finish off with a chug, and then yeah, a wee sluggins, as it were. Chocolatey goodness. But yeah, thank you very much for everyone who dropped by tonight. As always, super appreciated. Yeah, and I need to remember that when I end stream, I have another thing to click. So normally I just get up and just sort of like start walking away, but I have 2 clicks that I need to remember. So I'm going to do that now. Again, that was just a conversation with myself. Thank you for dropping by. Super appreciated. Take care of yourselves. Big love. In a bit. Yeah. Toodle bye. Bye.